Blessings, everybody. It's Hibiscus Moon with Hibiscus Moon Crystal Academy. And today I'm doing a webcam video just to make it a little quicker and simpler for me. So what am I doing today? I'm going to answer one question that I have received a couple of times, 3 times, I guess, over the last week. So that's always a sign to me. And I said before in another video, these things tend to be very cyclical, like everybody's kind of sort of on the same wavelength. And, you know, that's really comforting to know. All right, so this question is, can we work with too many crystals all at once? Is yes, you can. I feel like just having them in a room on display is not the same as actually working with them, like, you know, creating a grid or having them by your bedside with an intentional purpose, or creating a gem elixir, keeping them in your pocket or your bra. So if they're displayed like in a cabinet, you know, and you're not intentionally working with them, I think that's totally fine. And remember, anything that I say is not like, I'm not saying, oh, you do it that way, that's wrong, this is right, that's wrong. No, I've always said since the very beginning, take anything I say or anything that anybody else says in working with crystals or anything in life, and pick and choose what is resonating with you, because we're all different. We all have different vibrational frequencies. So whatever is resonating with you, that's what's going to work with you best. If you're doing something different than what I'm saying, these are just loose guidelines, and it's working, then continue. If it's not working for you, then go ahead and try what I'm suggesting, you know, and see how it goes. If you're working with a bunch of crystals intentionally, you want to make sure that they are similar in their vibrational frequency, that they have similar properties. And I tend to, in my course, in my ebooks, e-kits, whatever, I always suggest that people work with one crystal at a time until they get to know it well. And I feel like if you're really working on something big, working with 1 or 2, I usually say 3 is like the max. In my book, I'll say, you know, going over 3 crystals for me introduces energetic chaos, or crystal chaos, I'll call it, because it just gets too erratic, not focused enough. And I like to keep it really focused, whether I'm doing a crystal grid or a gem elixir or what have you. You're pulling in every crystal you can think of just because they're all resonating with you and they're really pretty, or they're really just doing it up for you. You may get a little bit of the, you know, overstimulation from them, especially if they're like known high ascension crystals, or they're high ascension for you, like apophyllite, moldavite, scolecite, selenite, all of those. You know, if you, I would personally never take all of them and like, wow, you know, just overdose on them, because it would be way too much for me to deal with. I know that. I've overdosed on moldavite all by itself. So I wouldn't personally pull them all in at once. I know some of us, you know, we just love the crystals and we love to be around them. Also, sometimes some of them might cancel each other out, and we discussed this recently. Where did I bring this up? Oh, the live Q&A, the hangout. You can have 2 crystals that totally cancel each other out, and the example I gave there was blue lace agate and carnelian. Carnelian really revs you up like a strong cup of coffee, for me anyway, and blue lace agate is a very calming, serene type stone. So why would I pull those 2 together? It would kind of be like, okay, lady, what do you want to do here? Which way are we going? And they would just kind of cancel each other out and probably not feel much, or depending on several factors that I've discussed before, that would tell us which crystal might overpower the other one. So that's my answer on that. Yes, it is possible to overdose. I think it's best to try to work with 1 at a time. General guidelines here, don't go over 3. Try to pick 3 that resonate with each other, have similar properties of whatever your intentions are, whatever you're trying to achieve, and use that as your guideline. If you've been working with hundreds and you feel great, please don't stop. keep on trucking. That's what I always say, keep on trucking. Now I want to show you some really cool specimens. These are not for sale, not right now anyway. They probably will be at some point. They're just different pieces that I did a special order a little while back, so I got a couple extras with that special order, and some that I've had from Tucson inventory that were kind of like stuck in the back. So I pulled them out and said, you guys want to show off, don't you? So we're going to show them off. All right, so here I have a really nice citrine. Oh, and I've got a new little feature that I figured out here if I want to use it, if I need to, and it doesn't look like I need to right now. There's a really cool phantom in this citrine point. And if you guys want to know about phantoms, there's actually 2 layers to that phantom. I have a video about what crystal phantoms are all about. And this is a cut and polished piece. It was a rough point. This is from Brazil. And it was so roughed up that they decided, the miners, to cut and polish it up and enhance where the natural point was. So you can see that this is indeed the shape of the point, but it did not come out of the ground or the cave looking this nice and neat. I have 2 pieces of sugilite, and I don't have my personal piece here with me. I might be keeping this one too because you can't really see it right now, but okay. They're very bright and vibrant in their purple color. These are from the South African manganese mines. These are really nice sugilite pieces. Some people call these sugarlite, but they are named after Dr. Sugi, who I guess first discovered the mineral. This one has some blue in it right here called richterite. And what the sellers do when they sell them is they'll wet them so that the colors get really vibrant, and you can really see their true colors when they're wet. Know that when you're buying them online, if you see them and then you get them and you go, hey, that blue's not as bright as it was. Well, if I wet this piece up, you'll see how vibrant that blue gets. Okay, so I figured I'd just do this here and now. So I went ahead and wet this piece of sugilite, and you can really look at the richterite just popping right out of it. That's beautiful, isn't it? And these, like I said, these really vibrant pieces of sugilite, they're almost like fuchsia violet. Really work together great with the violet flame. Those of you that work with the violet flame for protection and psychic energetic protection for your aura. If you feel like there's cords and attachments and things getting into your auric field, then sugilite is the one you want to work with for that. Oh, I want to show you these. Chunky Auralite 23 perfect red point wands. This is a really chunky, heavy one. I think this one is heavier than this one. This one is just absolutely perfect. I want to show you this up close. These came from the Cave of Wonders in Ontario. Did I say that right? You guys let me know below if I said that right. It has the characteristic chevrons going up and down, Auralite 23. I have a video all about this, so I'm not going to talk too much on that. Blue lace agate, chunk, slab, whatever you want to call it. It's got the characteristic layering that makes blue lace agate look like lace. So it's basically blue chalcedony with layering in it. Okay, so it's quartz based, and the crystals are microscopic. You can only see them with a microscope, so it's considered microcrystalline, or some people call it cryptocrystalline. So you can see the crystals only with a microscope. So it is indeed qualifies as a mineral because it has the crystalline atomic structure at its molecular level. If something does not have that crystalline atomic structure and it's amorphous, sorry if I'm getting too geeky for you here, then it's not a mineral. An example of that is obsidian. That's one we work with all the time, but it's not technically a mineral because it does not have that crystalline atomic structure, because it's actually technically a glass, and glass has its molecules all random, and so that's the difference between glass and a crystal. A crystal will have a very precise repeating geometric pattern. A new t-shirt, string theory research, cat all rolled up in the yarn. If you guys know what that is referring to, please comment below. that's it for today. I will see you next time. Crystal blessings. Bye.